with regard to the number of violent incidents and killings that are taking place in this area of our province in Tshwane. These incidents of violence and killings have already resulted in loss of life of a number of councillors in this area. These incidents are also linked in great detail to the disruption of projects. These are infrastructure projects about building schools, building clinics, fixing roads in the different areas of Tshwane. This happens in this part of Tshwane, in the northwestern part of Tshwane. It happens in the eastern part of Tshwane. That is in Mamelodi. It happens in some areas in Soshanguve. It also happens in some areas in Atteridgeville, as well as in some areas in Hammanskraal. We have a team, firstly from the province, led by our provincial commissioner, Lieutenant General Mawela, who has been working on these interventions, including dealing with specific cases and incidents. But we also know that in the last 2 months in particular, these incidents have risen to a new level. A lot of our councillors feel unsafe in these communities. In fact, on my way here, I was told that 3 councillors are not staying at their homes. They now moved out of their homes because they feel unsafe, that they could be attacked, they could be killed. But this is a matter that we have elevated to the national minister, Minister Cele, who is here. We would like this matter to be really dealt with. All these killings must be dealt with in the way the national team from the police got into KwaZulu-Natal when there were political killings. From what we see on this case, it is linked to matters of political contestation, and it is something that is looking like a few other incidents in our province, in some parts of Tshwane in particular. And we have also asked the minister that we need a serious team to be put together to probe into this and bring the perpetrators of these killings to book, but also increase police visibility. I've received significant concerns that it's not only the councillors who feel unsafe, but also people in communities feel very unsafe. They are threatened by these criminal gangs, and that's what they really are. They are criminal gangs that are organized. They go and disrupt meetings. They target those they disagree with. They get sent to carry out these killings. We would like the police to really focus on bringing these perpetrators to book so that the communities feel safe. Those who are councillors in these communities themselves feel safe to serve their communities. And that's what we really want to see. We want to see justice. We want to see these criminal gangs. As I say, they've been disrupting many projects that are about improving service delivery. Those projects, the police have arrested a lot of these criminals in some instances, but they continue to multiply. Some people are in prison as we speak, but they continue to multiply, and this requires a very serious intervention. The president did say we should convey his condolences to the family, but he wants to see action, and the minister will say what he has been doing since this was brought to his attention. I spoke to the minister over the weekend once This was brought to my attention when I got the news that the councillor was killed on his way back home. I brought it to the attention of the minister. He was in KwaZulu-Natal and he said, we are going to attend to this matter, and as soon as I'm back in Gauteng, we will announce what action we are going to do to reinforce what the police have been doing in the province. So the minister is here. Over to you, Minister.
Thank you very much, Premier, to the family and everybody that is here. It looks like the KZN issues of political killings has been adopted by Tshwane. As such, we'll have to respond likewise as the police. I'm not going to talk too much, but getting the briefing this morning from the team that is dealing with this case, I'm very satisfied that we're making a progress. I'm satisfied that we have the names of the people we want, we have the faces of people we want. It will be soon where everybody will be able to know why that happened. Our job as the police, while we pass condolences, that is not our main job. Our main job is to find out what happened and bring those people to book. The space that will ask Premier is a problem we had a little bit in KZN when initially we started dealing with this question that people will accuse the police, the leadership of the police of being biased, supporting a certain group, a certain faction. We're not looking factions here. We're not looking any political faces here. We're dealing with criminals. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how known you are. It doesn't matter how position you have. We are dealing with criminality, and we'll take you as such, and we'll make sure that we take you in and you answer for your sins. Having said so, the team is here, led by the provincial commissioner. Is giving us a very capable team. I listened to that team. They know what they're doing, the details they have to deal with this brutality. I don't know why you'll kill one man using 20 bullets. I don't know why. Not just of a revolver, not just of a high caliber R5 rifle. A thing that kills the elephant. And will shoot the man at a close range 20 times. It's a brutality that you don't understand. But we are glad we have a glimpse of who are wanting with the trigger pullers. But those are not people that we want most. Those, fine, we'll find them, we know them now. The people that we want are the planners and plotters, are people that send these people, because we have discovered, especially working in KZN, these people that kill these public officers, these councillors, they don't even know them. They don't even know them. They read on the paper that they kill so and so and all that. Their job is just to go there and kill. They don't even know why they kill them and all that. We're going to be around for some time here. I think we'll be using the KZN approach. We'll have to clean up. This will be the beginning. I'm told there are other cases. I was talking now to the provincial commissioner that what will help us is to start it from the beginning. Those people that were killed and nobody was arrested, will start by that correction. But this is an easy one. I'm very glad. I would have loved that by the time we go for funeral, we give you the names. It might still happen, but if it doesn't happen, we will resist the pressure, because when we arrest this person, we want the judge, because of the work we would have done, to say, I'm giving you life sentence. So for us, we have to work hard that the outcome and the results of our processes are finally make the family, make the community, make the friends, but also make the foes and the enemies to understand that you are not going to kill people and go sleep home. Yeah, you are not going to have co-governance with criminality. We can't. Governments are elected. Governments are not voted through the gun. So we're not going to allow criminals to think that they'll run the country. They'll replace and displace the elected people through the barrel of the gun. That is not going to happen. Therefore, we are here to the family, but more than that, we're expected to come back and say, here is the work of our hands. Please, everybody, the ANC, the political leadership, you can work with your processes on dealing with the matter. Don't hide with us. While we know that there will be those elements of politics, we are not looking to it any close or to any politics on this one. We are looking on criminality, the matters, cold-blooded matters and all that. Politics, Premier, Chairperson, will deal with them later. But for now, we are dealing with, it doesn't matter. Please run. Any party, and you know that, please run. Because we're going nowhere. We'll sit here, we'll stay here. We have been in Mamelodi. Those that they come from Mamelodi. There was a gentleman, they know his Keke. We dealt with him. But what I didn't know, Uguti Unabapostol has extra apostles, apostle back and all that. The only thing it has brought in, Premier, has gone beyond beyond mums. So it's a whole Tswana. We are putting teams. You remember we put team there that used to kick your doors in Mamelodi. If needs be, actually it needs to be that we come here and kick the doors. Whoever we need, we'll find. If we knock and we don't open the door will fall on your bed, because we'll have to really kick the door. We can't live with criminality co-governing with the elected structures. The people that are scared, Premier, will have to sit down, talk about that. People will have to understand that the state protects them. So that's what we're going to. What we're going to do. For now, allow us to go and do the work. Thank you very much. So don't talk politics to us. We're talking law. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are we done?
Okay, that's a question. Let's just have one round. One set of questions. It will be the number 1, 2, 3. So there are 4 Matumani. Yeah, you are number 2 and number 5. So just say who you are, where you come from, and then that's it.
Alex from News 24. I just wanted just a quick 2-part question. The first is, you guys mentioned that there have been more political killings here in Tshwane. Has this been recently, as in to the lead up of the local government elections now? That's part 1. And then just part 2 is, do you guys have said that this councillor's murder is obviously political, but is it linked to his candidacy in this ward?
Okay, can I deal with the... Yes, we have lost, this is the 3rd councillor we have lost in this area, but not recently. The others was before COVID. I think the important thing is, I would also like Provincial Commissioner Mawela to just indicate what the police have been dealing with here. So we have had councillors shot under circumstances that are mysterious, and the police have been chasing. In several instances, they have arrested people who have carried out those murders. All we want to emphasize so far is that we are here as the government to look into the fact that a councillor has been killed, and to make sure that the killers are brought to book. I want to speak here as the Premier representing government, because I don't want to speak about what is happening, what has happened in the issues of candidate selection of this party or that party, but the police have all the information they need. The police have given us the assurance that they've been tracking what has been happening, and that's why we are confident that there will be arrests very, very soon.
Your second question, it will be suspicions to us that is political linked, but investigations will have to tell us exactly what happened. So we don't want to preempt investigations. Thanks.
We just want to ask the issues around COVID regulations. So we know that will you be taking any action against political parties who seem to have flouted COVID-19 regulations? Have you received any complaints from the DA pertaining to the EFF manifesto launch? The EFF has claimed that the ANC, when the president... Oh, but can just ask this one more? Sorry for you. Just one more. And how do you plan on monitoring the political parties over the next few weeks as they campaign for the election?
Well, the police are supposed to do their work. Cases open need to be investigated. I don't have information if DA has officially opened the case. I know they've complained, but complaining and opening the case are two different things. Maybe Provincial Commissioner can tell us if that has been opened, but from my side, I know nothing. But once the case is open, the case is investigated, and we'll go forward. We are working with an IEC as the South African Police to work on the protocols of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is real, and we are making the call to the political parties to say it cannot be that getting the votes, it should be at the expense of the lives of our people. That's a call. But those that break the law, cases open, investigations will be made, and we'll see where we end with those investigations.
Mr. Minister, you've mentioned that you're going to respond to these killings. My question is that does your response also include responding to the taxi violence that has been a little bit rising in areas like Hammanskraal and Atteridgeville?
For information, in KZN, until 2016, almost 35 or 33 councillors or political figures were killed. We put the team there. Almost 400 people have been arrested in KZN. What we find is that these killers, these Inkabi, they are across the board. They are across the board. They are employed to kill people in the taxi industry. They go for cash heist, are the same people for house robbery, for political killings. So I've said we'll zoom here. We are going to be here for some time. We believe that as we deal with that group of people, we'll be able to reduce these killings across the board.
Oh, okay. Minister, I have two questions. One is linking to the so-called thugs that want to take over.
That's the Minister of Police, Cele, and earlier you heard the Premier of Gauteng, David Makhura. They are at the home of Tshepo Motaung, an ANC ward councillor who was gunned down last week. And Cele says they're investigating criminality. That's